And I'm Judy, the athlete, and we're here to help you better your best.
One of my favorite lines is "Let it rip," and it's like, oh man, that's so much fun when you're playing, performing, doing whatever. Let it rip, but how do you get there?
Well, and you would think we want to get there because it's so efficient. We talked about this earlier, and we said, we're going to go into this in more detail, like how do you really let it go and let go of stuff and get into your right brain, and so that you can move into letting it rip.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to let it rip when you're still micromanaging every little piece of the motion all the way through. You don't have a chance, It's going to be slow, it's going to be careful, it's going to be all those things that don't produce good results. But to let it rip, if that's my goal, once I start moving, I'm going. The preparation, the pieces that come before that are done, and they get done. Yes, there's a check off, but you really, when that check goes down in here, you really are done with it.
I think the key piece, right, is that preparation is before the motion.
Yes.
Right? You're getting these things done and taken care of so that you can hand off to the creative side, to the subconscious, to get the job done, and then you can let it rip.
You let it rip. And so the last little piece, I think, for all of us is, where is that conscious then when the subconscious is letting it rip, right? Well, number one, they could be enjoying every bit of it, They could be into the field, start to finish. They could be totally at that target, just anticipating the ball or the arrow or whatever it is, hitting the center of that thing. There's a lot of places for the conscious to be while you let it rip.
Well, and if you think about our analogy of the coach and the team, the conscious being the coach, when that team is running an amazing play, the coach has got to be proud, must be feeling like, must be anticipating the ball going into the basket or dropping in the hole. The whole thing about the conscious of, like, if you just think about that coach on the sideline, what is the coach doing when it's going really well?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Total support, good energy, all those things. That's exactly right. That's a really good point, Judy, because it gives the coach something to do and a place to be, and contributes, but not interfering.
Yeah, not interfering, not jumping in.
And so I think one of the key first steps, Judy, I think you were alluding to in the preparation, is your intention is to let it rip. Before you even start, you gotta at least be there. Then you go through setting it up to let it rip, and then you switch and do it.
So, like, one of the things I always say is that you have to know you're going to finish before you start.
True.
And so when you see that finish as a rip or as dynamic, we like to say a dynamic release or a dynamic finish, if you have that intention of that first, much more likely it's going to happen.
Well, I often use, you're going to smoothly accelerate until you run into something, which makes no logical sense, but that's let it rip.
Yeah, it is. Go for it.